I sound like a dying cow.
I'm trying to match pitch with you, Kelly.
I'm
trying to be relaxed.
I don't have a pitch right now. Let's try it again.
Okay. Kelly.
What?
I know we're super relaxed doing yoga before the show so that we're not stressed out, but could you refresh me on who's on the show today so I'm not panicked when I'm out there, please?
Our friends CJ Newsom and Terry Wayne Sanders. I bet you he'll wake us up.
I bet he can.
Oh my goodness. Oh, and our friend Chris, the keto guy, is on. He's going to teach us how to eat very well and slim down.
Kelly, what's keto?
Keto is when you don't do carbs and you do more meat and vegetables.
That sounds fun. By the way, Kelly, just so you know, we're having Ozark Mountain Yoga on the show, and that's why we're preparing for the yoga segment so we don't look like idiots in front of the yoga instructor.
We don't? I think we may. You know what, Jer?
What?
I need coffee.
Me too. Ozarks FOX AM starts now. Kelly, namaste.
Namaste. Right where I'm at.
This is Ozarks FOX AM.
Good morning and welcome to Ozarks FOX AM. I'm Jeremy Rabe.
And I'm Kelly Schmidt. Thank you for joining us today.
Are you relaxed?
I'm relaxed, but you know what I found out about 10 minutes ago was that I had my shirt on inside out.
Now, was it drastically noticeable, or
No,
if you would have done it, would the viewers have been like, Kelly, your shirt's inside out?
Well, maybe not unless I was at a certain angle because I think the color's the same on both sides, but I noticed that I had my tag.
Can I look at that?
Yeah. It's the same.
It is the same.
But the tag was right over here.
But you know what? That would be difficult, especially if you're getting dressed in the dark.
I like to try on my clothes the day before because it's so early that I just have enough time in the morning to get ready, so I don't want to have to worry about what I'm going to wear. So when I tried it on last night, I took it off because these are really tight, and I couldn't take them over my hands, so I just flipped it inside out,
yeah.
and I guess I forgot to flip it back. But I figured it out, so it's good.
No, and I wouldn't have known. I think one day I'm going to wear clothes inside out just to see if you notice.
Okay, I probably will.
But that is my routine, no doubt. Now when I get home, my routine now is to find what I'm going to wear the next day and lay it out, so it's ready to go for the next morning. So I don't have to worry. That's one less thing to worry about at 4 a.m.
Exactly. And today you and I have lots of different things to do. So it's like, well, okay, what are we doing after this? We're going to go shoot somewhere, and then we've got another look, and so you got to plan ahead.
I know. I also put my clothes for what we're doing after the show in the car, ready to go.
Yep.
Because we're always busy shooting stuff for the show. We want you to be entertained.
Yes,
so we're
we definitely do.
Always doing stuff all around the Ozarks. And if you have any special places around the Ozarks you would like for us to cover
And visit.
Go to our Facebook page. Let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know if there's something, I'd really like to visit. Is some old place, some dilapidated house or mansion or barn or something that has a lot of history, and just go in and just discover things inside the walls, maybe photos and newspapers from
that sounds good.
the 1800s.
Yeah, we've done that before. That sounds really good.
I want to do that.
And all my friends, let me just say, are giving me ideas for you to wear for Christmas. And you've got all the jackets that I can think of. But most of the ones that my friends are giving me to tell you about, I'm like, oh, he's already got that. I
do have quite a few.
Yeah, you do.
There's not a lot that I don't have.
I know.
But if you see one that you think I need,
maybe you just need to pick out some fabric and somebody will make one for you.
I know some ladies in Mountain Home, Arkansas that would.
Oh, they would so do it for you. Yes, they would.
All right, we have so much fun for you today, but before we get to all the fun, we got to check in with the Daybreak crew, and Joe Morano is here with some headlines.
Hi, Joe.
Good morning,
Joe.
Jeremy and Kelly. I haven't joined you guys in a while here, so I hope you're doing all right.
Good to see you.
Why are you avoiding us, Joe?
I'm avoiding you. I'm back now, though, because it's it's midterm day.
Yeah.
Polls are open right now. We don't need to get too into politics today on the show, but we're going to do it in a fun way, okay?
I like
we got a tweet from Uber. This is actually just really cool. Uber tweeted out, "Your vote is what drives democracy forward. Learn your local polling place and get there with a discounted ride." Uber and Lyft, you guys know them by now, the rideshare companies, are offering free or discounted rides to the polls and back for you to get out the vote today. How do you like that?
I love that, because some people can't get out and drive for some reason or
I'll get to the pizza in a minute. Don't worry. I see you staring.
I was drooling at the pizza, Joe.
That's a whole different subject.
We'll get to that in a minute. That is cool. And in 2016, a lot of folks that didn't vote overwhelmingly said getting to where I need to be is the issue. So good on Uber, good on Lyft. This is another thing, guys. Polls.pizza is a website. There's no .com. You just type in polls.pizza. I'm very surprised by that.
Are you serious?
I'm not
I've never heard of that.
I love it.
Yeah, okay. This is basically was a Kickstarter started by some people who didn't like folks that didn't like waiting in long lines at polls. So they raised a bunch of money in 2016, and it goes into this year as well. If you have long waits, you have to tweet it or Instagram it, put it on polls.pizza, and they will find pizzas in the nearby area and deliver them to the people waiting in line.
I love
you believe that.
That's fantastic.
That's unbelievable.
Yes.
That just sounds a little to me like bribing people to vote. That's all I'm saying.
You know what? It's okay.
A little bribery.
It's okay.
Maybe.
It goes
Maybe.
a long way.
But so they did that, and they raised a bunch of money. They had 32 grand to spend today. It's a nationwide thing. So that might happen,
Man,
okay?
can we follow up on that? That is so interesting.
I'm very...
Jeremy, look at you. You seem incensed by that.
Well, I'm not incensed by it, but I would kind of like to go just deliver pizza myself and shoot it, because it'd be fun to be like, thanks, vote, and here's some pizza.
Can you imagine? That would be a great thing to do.
Yeah.
That is pretty cool.
Love it.
This next one was about, local issues, not local issues, local places or chain places that are doing discounts for voting. If you go in with the I voted sticker, sometimes you kind of get discounted food from that sort of thing. Unfortunately, a lot of these chains not in the Ozarks, guys. We will say Mama Jean's Deli posted on Instagram saying the magic happens inside the voting booth. After hitting the polls, stop in and watch as we work our magic. Turn in your I voted sticker for a free cookie. Turn it into a free cookie.
Good to know. We have someone from Mama Jean's here today, Joe.
Do you really?
We sure do.
So we can discuss that a little bit too.
Love that.
It's not bad. I always feel like it's important to just, let people know, hey, not every country gets to do that, so get out and vote if you can.
Yeah. I actually did my research online last night, because I hadn't checked all of the ballot propositions, all the stuff. I was confused.
It's a busy looking ballot.
Can you talk about where to go for that?
Well, yes, later I'll find it again. But I put all the information, I made notes on my phone, so that when I go in to vote, I have all my notes, so I'm not confused by the wording sometimes of these initiatives.
This is a guy who preps. You guys are prepped every day for this show for 2 hours, but
he preps a little earlier than I do. No, I meant to do it. I didn't do it because there are some things that are confusing, and I'm going to go later today. I think the polls close at what, 7?
7 p.m.
7. Yes. So I want to make sure and get my vote in for sure.
Just remember, if you're in a long, long wait, tweet it or Instagram it. Maybe you get some pizza.
Oh, I'm tweeting.
Amazing.
I'm going to call you, Joe.
Okay, call me over pizza. I can help you out there. And we were talking to Elisa earlier that sometimes you have to wait outside if the line goes out the building. At least we don't have rain like we've been dealing with before, right?
Exactly.
It's dry out there this morning. 45 degrees. We've got dry roads in Branson. The sun is about to come up and shine out there with clear skies. It's 42 degrees in Springfield right now, 43 in Rolla, 43 in West Plains, and 43 also in Camdenton this morning. So as you head out the door, we've got dry roads, green light commute both on your way to and from school. Dry roads the whole day. We'll have mostly sunny skies this morning. A temperature 42 degrees at the bus stop. Mostly sunny and warmer than yesterday, 59 by dismissal. Again, as we were saying, as you go out to the polls, we'll have some sunshine, so nothing should slow you down from getting to the polls. Upper 50s by lunchtime, a couple of more clouds filtering right before the polls close at 7 o'clock tonight. So here's that futurecast. Mostly sunny and dry as we head through the afternoon. A couple of more clouds by this evening. A cold front comes through tonight. A few showers possible, mainly south of Springfield, pretty much Branson and south into Arkansas there. And then we'll have clearing by tomorrow morning and sunshine tomorrow afternoon. So if you've got to do some raking, there are a lot of leaves out there. You can do it today or tomorrow. We'll have dry, light wind conditions. We do have more rain arriving Thursday. It's going to be a light rain, so the grounds will be damp again. Then after that, the big story is going to be this temperature plunge. A light freeze by Friday morning with a temperature of 32. A hard freeze by Saturday morning. We drop to 22. The record is 17 degrees, so flirting with record there. And then temperatures around freezing until Tuesday morning. We keep things pretty cold. So remember, the kids will need to bundle up, take the hats and the scarves and the gloves out of the closet. The pets and the plants will need to be taken in. The plants, you want to water them, and the pipes too. Remember, if they're cold sensitive or old, they could have some of that damage there too. But mostly sunny and warmer today as you get out to vote. Jeremy, Kelly, back to you.
I'm not ready for winter.
Well, it's coming, so you better get ready. That's for sure.
I know.
It's okay. It's all right.
All right. I got a new coat. I'm good.
I know you do.
Yeah.
Well, you know, today is Election Day.
It is.
And so Kaylee Custer is going to be up next to give you some good advice that you may need to know before you go to the polls. We will be right back after this break.
Yes. I'm going to try to find my notes on my election
Send
coverage.
that to me. Send that to me.
Hey, Cody. I think I'll be right over here.
We need to get, this is Terry and CJ. You know, we're having guests right after this segment in this next block, right?
S Sports 1 or something? To Ozarks Fox AM. Today is Election Day. Here's a roundup of what you need to know before you hit those polls. First and foremost, don't forget to grab your ID, which can be your Missouri license, your passport, or military ID. But if those don't have any photo ID, you can show up with your voter ID card or something as simple as your utility bill. But for those, you'll have to sign a statement affirming your identity. New this year, Greene County has 4 central polling locations, making it easier than ever to cast your vote. These central polling locations might offer a more convenient spot to vote rather than your designated polling center. Find them at the county clerk's office, the City Utilities Transit Center, the Davis-Harrington Welcome Center on MSU's campus, and Cox South Hospital. Also, a lot of locations across the Ozarks are going digital with new touchscreen voting machines. However, most locations will still carry your good old pen and paper. Missouri Governor Mike Parson reminds us that those polls are closing at 7 p.m. Now on to the hot items on your midterm election ballot. The U.S. Senate seat with top contestants Democrat Claire McCaskill and Republican Josh Hawley eyeing for that throne. Both of them taking to social media to encourage Missourians to vote. More locally, several representatives and senators are vying for state seats as well. We've also got ballot issues like Amendment 2 and 3's medical marijuana proposals, Amendment 4's bingo advertising controversy, which Allie says the fact that I'm voting on whether or not to remove the constitutional ban of advertising bingo games tomorrow, Missouri is wild. And we've also got Proposition D's gas tax increase that comes with a promise of better roads. Now, we all know that it's been a stressful voting season. John depicts this well in this picture he shared, going from a calm, collected guy to a guy that's aged quite a bit. Now, federal law deems it illegal to offer freebies in exchange for votes, but some companies are jumping through the loopholes. Ride-sharing apps like Uber and Lyft are offering free or discounted rides on your trip to the polls. Happy voting and good luck exercising your U.S. rights. May the odds ever be in your favor. Jeremy and Kelly, over to you.
Okay, that's right. And know what you're voting about.
Yeah,
absolutely.
do some research.
Yeah, before you go in there. Hi, guys. We've got some guests on the show today. Terry Wayne Sanders, you guys know him. You've seen him before. And CJ Newsom. Thanks for hanging out with us so early in the day.
You bet. It's our pleasure.
CJ, are you used to even having to get up and sing this early in the morning?
I must confess, no.
Okay, I didn't think so.
Did you warm up on the way up here? And how was that, Terry?
Loud, very loud. Yeah, but great. She sounded wonderful as always.
Of course she does. We heard her warming up too, and man, you sound great. You said that the singing that you were doing. Is that what you're going to do? Are you going to yodel?
Yeah. My mom actually taught me how to do it. And, at first it was a little, I was trying to find out what to do, and the more I practiced, the better it worked. And
CJ, I can do it a little bit. I'm not as fast as you, but I can. My grandmother taught me as well. She used to sing at rodeos when she was a teenager.
Oh.
So I can. And Kelly laughs every time I do it because she thinks it's hysterical.
It's hilarious, and he's really good at it. But I'm going to tell you, this guy is a country singer in the making right here.
I grew up in Texas, CJ.
Yes.
Speaking of country, your show, is it all country music? You've been in Branson a while. Tell us about your show at the Americana.
Well, this is our 6th year at the Americana. Well, 6th year in Branson. This is our 3rd year at Americana. And we've been having a blast. The first 5 years we did a tribute to Miss Patsy Cline. And so after about 5 years, we thought, you know what, we've acquired all the Patsy Cline fans we're going to get.
Yeah.
So we decided to broaden out the show, and now we have a whole bunch of great classic country, all the way from Hank Williams Sr. and Patsy to Reba and Garth and everything in between.
Well, we're going to talk more about you and your show, and Terry and his part in your show pretty soon.
Yes. So don't go anywhere. We're going to talk with you more. We're going to hear some songs.
Yes.
Don't leave, because coming up, CJ will be performing for us, and we'll visit Cami Jenkins. Don't go anywhere. Ozarks Fox AM. We'll be right back. Yeah, we have to yodel off. I'm not as fast as you thought. That was so fast.
Right.
I didn't even know what was happening.
Do we all just stay here?
So now they have to leave. We're going to do the news toss.
Okay. And
then so the next one after that is we'll be on the couch in the D block, and CJ will go into Studio B to sing. We'll toss from here into the studio, and they'll cue you when to go.
Okay.
So do we need to get off?
You could go right on over there.
You guys just get comfortable. If you want to go to the green room or if you want to go to...
That's a big step.
Be careful. And there's a step going through that. Okay. Just... Welcome back to Ozarks Fox AM. It is now time to check in with the news desks. Good morning, Joe.
Jeremy, Kelly, good morning. Of course, we have to talk politics on today. It's midterm day. The polls are open. And yesterday, both Senate candidates were actually in Missouri. In Springfield, Claire McCaskill was talking about health care, dark money in politics, and minimum wage. Senator McCaskill says the most important thing she wants voters to remember, if you haven't gone out to the polls yet, is that she's willing to reach across the aisle.
It's not very satisfying to stand on one side of the room and say the other guys stink. It is satisfying to find common ground, to find those places where we can agree on things and actually get something done for Missouri families. Yes. So if Missourians want someone who is going to be 100% President Trump all the time, then Josh Hawley is their guy. If they want someone who is not going to get up every day to fight President Trump, but rather get up every day and fight for Missourians. Come on. Yeah. Who's going to look at the job as one that is not about a political party, but rather about public policy.
And, of course, Attorney General Josh Hawley was in Springfield, too. He took a different approach.
This is the race that will determine control of the United States Senate.
He was joined by Senator Blunt and Governor Mike Parson. Josh Hawley was trying to appeal to members of the Republican Party, citing the success of the Trump campaign in 2016.
Josh Hawley! It's an enormous choice of huge consequence. It's a choice between two very different ways of life and two very different futures for this country, and that's what's at stake on this ballot. It's a choice between what you voted for in 2016, to rebuild this country, to make America strong again, to make America prosperous again, to make America safe again, and yes, to make America great again. That's what we voted for. Or what Claire McCaskill and Chuck Schumer and the crazy Democrats want to give this state, a far left-wing agenda. And tomorrow night, that choice and the future of the United States Senate, in many respects, the future of the country, is going to come down to the state of Missouri.
That's the final time you hear from them, as it is now time to vote. Other races that we're keeping an eye on: Proposition B, asking for an increase to the minimum wage in Missouri. And you also see Amendment 1, known as Clean Missouri, asking you to change the way lobbyists and campaign donors operate. Prop D is about an increase to the gas tax in Missouri, and several medical marijuana proposals there as well. Polling places are open right now. We'll get a check of that a little bit later. But first, here, there's a polling place as we speak. But let's go over to Elisa Raff, who has a look of your weather.
Good morning, Joe. It's 45 degrees in Branson right now. We have dry roads, clear skies. Things are sunny out there this morning. Smooth sailing as you head to work, school, or the polls. 42 degrees right now in Springfield, 37 in Joplin, 43 in Camden, and 45 in Ava. So it is a little bit chilly out there. We will get temperatures into the upper 50s today, warmer than yesterday. 59 for that high, 62 is that average. As you head out to the polls on this election day, you'll have sunshine the whole way through. So weather should not slow you down. Upper 50s by lunchtime, a couple of more clouds by dinner with a temperature there of 52. We're looking at mostly clear skies as we head through the afternoon today. A cold front comes through tonight, so a couple of showers will be possible, mainly to the south. Areas Springfield and north will be dry. And then we're looking at clearing skies and more sunshine as we head into our Wednesday. So mostly sunny and warmer sunshine today, cool and bright Wednesday, middle 50s. Then some light rain. We'll have showers on Thursday, possibly mixing in with a couple of flakes by Thursday night. The bigger story is going to be the temperature plunge. A light freeze by Friday morning, 32 degrees there, 22 degrees by Saturday morning, a hard freeze and the end of the growing season there. You'll want to remember the kiddos are going to need to bundle up. You'll need the pets and the plants inside there too. Ozarks Fox AM will be right back after this break.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Joe Morano. The polling places in Greene County are officially open now as we take a look at what's happening at Glendale Christian Church on Blackman Road. This is one of dozens open up in Greene County. Remember, you can vote at your registered location from now until 7. To check your polling place, just visit greenecountymo.org/election. High voter turnout is expected there. According to the Greene County Clerk's website, if you are in line to vote at 7 p.m., you will have the right to cast a ballot. Springfield City Council members are saying new developments in 2 neighborhoods can now wait. Members unanimously approved a 270-day waiting period for new development and rezoning in Galloway. We told you that neighbors in Galloway have been fighting new developments there for months. Council members also approved a 180-day waiting period for new development and rezoning in the Phelps Grove neighborhood. Elisa Raffa has a look of your Tuesday weather.
Good morning, Joe. 59 degrees today, warmer sunshine than yesterday, mostly sunny skies, and a west wind at 5 to 10 miles per hour. A cold front comes through tonight, so winds will shift to the north. The chance of showers mainly south of Springfield. The rest of us should more or less stay dry. 40 degrees overnight tonight with mostly cloudy skies. Another nice day tomorrow, but cooler, 54 with mostly sunny skies. The light rain on Thursday could mix with a few flakes before temperatures tumble. 32 degrees by Friday morning. CBS This Morning will be right back.
Well, welcome back to Ozarks Fox AM. Well, we got to chat with her just a little bit earlier, and now it's time to hear a song.
That's right. Take it away, CJ.
I want to be a cowboy sweetheart. I want to learn to rope and ride. I want to ride through the plains and the deserts out west of the Great Divide. I want to hear the coyotes howling as the sun sets in the west. I want to be a cowboy sweetheart. That's the life I love the best. Howdy, oh lady, howdy, oh lady, oh, howdy, oh lady, on the loody. Howdy, oh lady, howdy, oh lady, oh, howdy, oh lady, on the loody. You lay, you lay, you lay, you lay, you lay, you loady. You lay, you loady, you lay, you loady. You lay, you lay, you lay, you lay, you lay, you loady. You lay, you lay, you lay, you loady. You lay, you lay, you lay, you lay, you lay, you loady. You lay, you loady, you lay, you loady. You lay, you lay, you lay, you lay, you lay, you loady. You lay, you lay, you lay, you loady.
Oh, that was great.
I love that.
Oh.
That just makes me smile. Well, yodeling just makes me smile.
She is so fast that I would consider myself a slow yodeler.
Slow yodeler.
Because you know when you're a child, your grandmother sings you to sleep?
Yes.
And my grandmother would sing these old country songs that she would sing at the rodeo, and part of them would have yodeling. So I just grew up singing the songs and imitating my grandmother with her yodels.
And that's how, so
And that's
she
how I
didn't actually
yodeled.
teach it to you, you just imitated her.
I imitated grandma and the songs, the nursery rhymes. And by the way, some of the nursery rhymes she sang to us, if I sang it to you now, I'll have to do it off camera.
She did yodeling?
yodeling, and they're depressing lyrics, by the way.
Oh, well, I've always heard that about nursery rhymes, but we didn't think
As
about
an
that.
adult, I'm like, why was Grandma singing this song to me to get me to go to sleep about children getting lost in the woods?
I don't know, but those are the things that we learn as adults. Remember, there are songs that we used to just sing, and we had no idea what they meant.
Absolutely, and that's part of the. But the thing is, I still remember them to this day, every word.
Okay, so let me just say, in the future, we may have a little segment where Jeremy sings some nursery rhymes or yodels.
Yes, and I can yodel.
Rhymes.
Absolutely, I will do it. And maybe when CJ comes back, if I can warm up a little bit, I'll let her critique my yodeling.
Yodeling? Why did you say yodeling? Yodeling. I don't know.
Did I just say it with the sweetest?
Yodeling.
Yodeling.
Well, because I understand that. Yes.
I would love her opinion. Again, she is a very fast
She's very
yodeler.
good. She's very good.
I cannot do it that quickly.
But you know what, Jeremy? I wasn't going to put you on the spot today and ask you to do it, but we will set a time and you can get up at like 3 and warm up. And,
yes,
and
maybe.
We'll do that.
I would actually like to sing one of the songs at some point that my grandmother would sing to me about her meeting my grandpa as a handsome cowboy.
Oh, I love that.
And it has a lot of meaning. And then the other one depressing about the kids getting lost in the woods and dying.
Yeah, you want to do that one?
I would. I want you to understand what song I was singing to as a child.
That's what's happened to you. I'm so sorry.
It's kind of depressing, but I love CJ Newsom. I do.
Yes, she's awesome.
Yes, we'll get to visit with her and Terry Wayne Sanders a little bit more in the show. But now it's time to visit with our good friend Cami Jenkins for this week's installment of Be Blessed. Take a look.
When I had my first baby, nothing was like I thought it should be. He was born prematurely and he was in the newborn intensive care for 8 days. When I finally got to see him about 9 hours after he was born, he had an IV in his head and he had tubes coming out everywhere. And I was only able to hold him for a few minutes at a time. When we were finally able to bring him home, he didn't eat like the nurses had got him to eat. He wouldn't sleep, and my body was completely unrecognizable. So I quickly slipped into postpartum depression, and all I knew was that I was completely alone. And even though I had a supportive husband and a mom who would help me in any way she could, she was at my house so much of the time, it didn't matter. All I knew was that I was the only person going through it. And I thought if other women went through it, they would have shared that information and the human race would end because we would know better and we wouldn't get ourselves into this mess. But when my friends started stopping by to see us at home, I hadn't showered, I always ended up in tears, and they started sharing with me their stories about how much trouble they had had and the baby blues they had been through. I was completely shocked because I didn't know any of them had been through that. I felt like I didn't help them when they needed it. But what that did for me when they shared their stories, it was from someone who had been there and completely understood what I was feeling. So it helped me. It encouraged me, and it gave me hope that things really would get better. And now, several years later, I feel absolutely convicted that we need to share our stories with other people, to encourage them and to say, here's what the Lord did for me, and here's what He can do for you. 1 Peter 3:15 in the Bible says, if someone asks you about your hope as a believer, always be ready to explain it. Sharing our accounts or stories of what the Lord has done is one way to fulfill this command. In the book of Joshua, there's an account about how the Lord got His people safely across the Jordan River. When they got across, the Lord commanded Joshua to have 12 men go back to the middle of the river and pick up stones and carry those stones to where they were going to stay that night at a place called Gilgal. There, they used the stones to build a physical remembrance of what the Lord had done for them. That way, when their children asked what the stones were for, they were able to tell them exactly how the Lord had seen them through. They had picked up those stones in the middle of the river in the exact path that God had taken them through to get them to safety. God set the example of how we are supposed to remember what God's done for us and share that with others. In Joshua it says, so that all the nations of the earth might know that the Lord's hand is powerful. One of my goals is to be an outlet where people can share their stories with each other, and by doing so, encourage each other. Today, I've shared one of the most difficult seasons of my life just to tell you that God sent people to encourage me, and I made it, and so will you. I will periodically be inviting people to share how God has sustained them during difficult seasons of life or helped them across their Jordan River, figuratively speaking. Some people are on the other side of the river where God has provided the way. They will be sharing what He did and perhaps where they are now. But some people are still in the middle of their Jordan River, and God is sustaining them right now, day by day, in the midst of their trial. They are picking up their stones and saving them for when they do get to the other side of the Jordan River. All of the details of our stories are different, but it's all part of one big picture of God's love and redemption for mankind. 1 Chronicles 16:8-9 says to give thanks to the Lord and proclaim his greatness. Let the whole world know what he has done. So join me every few weeks as we hear stories of what God has done in the lives of people here in the Ozarks. I pray that you will be able to relate to the people that you hear, that you are inspired by their stories, and most of all, that you feel the love of God. Be blessed.
Welcome back to Ozarks Fox AM. Kelly and I have been traveling all over the Ozarks to try to find the best Ozarks destinations.
And
we have so many great places around here. And today we're visiting an iconic burger place right here in Springfield. It's Casper's Diner. Take a look.
My name is Sean Kraft, owner of Casper's. I call it a stewardship. I've owned Casper's since September of 2013. I decided to buy Casper's when my partner approached me with it, and it's one of our favorite places from college, so it was more of a nostalgia for us, and it was up for sale. Not many people knew about it, so we felt we had to jump on the opportunity to be part of downtown history and have something as iconic as Casper's, and it's fun. Casper's has been around since 1909. It started down the street on Walnut in its original location. In the 50s, it moved to Glenstone at Cherry and Glenstone. In '85, it moved back down to his home on Walnut here at the Quonset hut that we have. Charles Letter was the son of Casper Letter, the original person that opened Casper's. Charles was a very artistic man. So he played with different mediums, kind of like he did woodcut printings. He did flower art. So in the winter, especially, you'll see us decorate with lots of like flower little sculptures that he made and everything. But he was just known as that art person. A lot of his original art is all over Casper's on the inside. All the wood printings from the palms to the faces to almost the gargoyle type things that stare down upon you as you enjoy your chili and burger. Casper Letter had a collection of chalk figures. And back in like the 40s and 50s, and when you did like the little carny games where you throw the ring toss or throw the ball to knock something down, instead of stuffed animals, you'd win these chalk figures. A long time ago, we found we just kind of kept it the way it is, but our customers bring in decor constantly for us all the time, and we love it. So every layer that gets added on, we say it helps support the building in memories and probably physically too. But every poster that goes on top of other posters, every picture of whether it be an Elvis in his underwear, there's all sorts of things. People make paintings for us, like there's one that has the Quonset hut in the Starry, Starry Night by Van Gogh. Someone just loved that one too. So they bring stuff to us all the time. The main thing original in this place from 1909 is our stove that we still use today. It's it was used in 1909, and it's an old Garland gas stove. People say that's what makes the burgers taste so good. People say that's what makes the chili taste so good. Everyone has their ideas of why this over 100-year-old stove makes Casper's what it is. Changes? Since I have had ownership, the only change that I have done is we added an air conditioner. And French fries, because you have to have French fries. Casper's has a lot of regulars. When I first bought Casper's, that's all it was regulars. Since then, we tried different things. The growth of downtown has introduced it to a whole new customer base of younger college kids. So we have a ton of the regulars, a whole bunch of new influx of college kids, and lots of Route 66 travelers worldwide that come in for pictures, for food. It's part of their destination point. If you get on Casper's in any social media aspect, it's just amazing amounts of food that customers have taken over the years, just picture after picture after picture. And it's so funny to watch them at the counter. They all sit there to get their food in front of them, and the first thing they do is the phone comes out, and they start looking and angling it and scooting people over and trying to get things in there, you know, changing my salt and pepper shakers, whatever, to get the right picture. Chili is not the most popular item. It is very well known and very well loved, but the thing we sell the most of is our old-fashioned steak burgers. People come from everywhere as they call it the best burger in town, because in my opinion, it is the best burger in town. All right, the phrase eat, pay, tip, get out, that's something that our servers started when we had like a line out the door. It was a fun little thing. It's like, hey, next, get in line. Eat, pay, tip, get out. Eat, pay, tip, get out. So it's a fun little saying that they have, carried it onto t-shirts and forward from there. The address of Casper's is 601 West Walnut in downtown Springfield, cozy and quaint in downtown Springfield. We have a Facebook page. It's very popular. It's always fun to look at all the new fun stuff we do throughout the week on there. You can always keep up to date on whatever quirky specials we do. Our website is caspersdiner.com. Very simple, and it's a fun little, very colorful website as well to match the building. Casper's hours are Monday through Saturday, 10:30 to 4. We don't do night times. It's for the lunchtime. It's the best burger you're gonna have and the best fun you're gonna have.
I love that piece. Thank you for doing that. I want to say I'm a little embarrassed because I'm from this area.
And you've never been?
I haven't been, and that, you know, that's what I love about this job, is that I'm discovering some of these things, because when you're from somewhere, sometimes you just forget to go to the places that are iconic, I guess.
Right. One of my favorite things about this place was, as I was shooting there, I was talking with Sean, and we're inside talking about some of the decor items, because it's very over-the-top decor.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at some pictures on the wall, some just regular old-time photographs from, it looked like, from the 80s or whatnot. As I'm sitting there, a gentleman with his family, an older gentleman in a booth, goes, by the way, that photo over there is me and my uncle from like 25 years ago. So he was there eating, bringing some relatives from Texarkana, Texas, to come eat at Casper's, and they'd given him that photo years ago, and it's still on the wall, and I was like, well, there he is.
And there's a lot of history there. You know, there's a lot of people that have passed through this little town. I've heard stories of Elvis Presley here in this town, and playing at the Shrine Mosque, and people have captured those, and some of those pictures you will find on the walls of some of these iconic places.
And I was fascinated that they bought that stove used in 1909. So it was used in 1909. Wow. So it's well over 100 years, and it's the exact stove they've kept all these years. And I asked Sean, I said, have you ever thought about replacing it?
Why?
And he said, every day.
Oh, seriously?
Because it breaks down a lot.
It does?
It does, but it's so iconic, and they want to keep that. So they've kept, and it's also a unique size. You cannot go and buy to fit in that back kitchen because it's so old. Ooh. It's a very random size for an oven and a stove.
Well, they obviously want to preserve what they've had for a long time, because they have a lot of cooking to do, so that would be a pain if it broke down.
It smelled, by the way, Cal, it smelled amazing in there. From the hot dogs, the burgers looked amazing. They also have different pies that you can buy for dessert, the pies and the chocolate cake.
Did you try everything?
I tried to, but my stomach is only so big, Kelly. It's only so big.
I know.
But what I loved most is he was so right. Every time the waitress would bring a food item, it's kind of like this generation, although these people were not millennials. These were older people. The food comes to the table, immediately the phones come out.
And they take pictures?
Taking pictures because the food, like the hot dog, hangs over the plate. The chili overflows the bowl. It's great comfort food with a history, and it tastes good.
Let's go there next week. Let's just plan to go there for lunch next week.
I'd love to.
And the color orange, I love that. That's one of my favorite colors.
It is, and even, by the way, I didn't get shots of it because I didn't want to be rude, the bathroom. You can barely see the toilets because of all the decor.
All the decor.
All the decor everywhere, but there is a toilet in there.
Yes, and you know, it's very chilly in the studio. That ham and beans looked so good to me right now.
Oh, yeah. On a cold day?
Yes.
Oh, my gosh. So
great.
wonderful. Yes. Cool. All right. Well, Casper's, you got to check it out. It's an iconic place here in Springfield. Coming up, we're going to hear another song from CJ Newsom, and we'll be doing some yoga with Ozark Mountain Yoga. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
That's right. All right, coming up in the next hour of Ozarks Fox AM, CJ Newsom will be singing another song. We'll have some pizza from the pitch, and we'll be doing some yoga with Ozark Mountain Yoga.
Should I have stretched before today's show? Because I have not stretched in so long.
Stretch.
I was thinking about my legs.
Oh, your legs, yeah. Maybe. Well, I'm not sure what she's going to have us do. I was supposed to bring a yoga mat, but I couldn't find it this morning. Obviously, I don't do yoga.
You have a yoga mat of your own?
I had a couple, but I don't do yoga, so I don't really know why. I brought them to do a few things in my house.
Yes, I did, when I worked on the cruise ship, the best part was you had access to free fitness classes. So I did like Pilates, and I tried yoga, and I like the ones where you can bounce on the giant ball because it helps your core.
I like that too.
But I never found it, like some people are addicted to it. They love it. Like they feel it centers their life and whatnot.
I want to get addicted to it. I want that to be part of my life. But
Kelly, I would love if you could get centered.
I'm really working on it. I really am. Believe me. And we have a couple of those bouncing balls in the studio, just so you know.
Oh, we do?
We do, so.
Okay, I'm going to use it then. All right, before we get to all the fun of the next hour, let's check in with Joe to see what's making news on this election day. Good morning, Joe.
Good morning, guys. It's midterm day, so let's hear from each of our Senate candidates one more time. Both were in Springfield yesterday. Claire McCaskill spoke about health care, dark money in politics, and minimum wage. She thinks the most important thing she wants voters to remember is that she's willing to reach across the aisle.
It's not very satisfying to stand on one side of the room and say the other guys stink. It is satisfying to find common ground, to find those places where we can agree on things and actually get something done for Missouri families. So if Missourians want someone who is going to be 100% President Trump all the time, then Josh Hawley is their guy. If they want someone who is not going to get up every day to fight President Trump, but rather get up every day and fight for Missourians. Come on. Who's going to look at the job as one that is not about a political party, but rather about public policy.
And Josh Hawley also was in Springfield to start his day yesterday, joined by Senator Roy Blunt and Governor Mike Parson, working to appeal to members of the Republican Party, citing the success that the Trump campaign saw 2 years ago.
Josh Hawley! It's an enormous choice of huge consequence. It's a choice between two very different ways of life and two very different futures for this country. And that's what's at stake on this ballot. It's a choice between what you voted for in 2016, to rebuild this country, to make America strong again, to make America prosperous again, to make America safe again, and yes, to make America great again. That's what we voted for. Or what Claire McCaskill and Chuck Schumer and the crazy Democrats want to give this state, a far left-wing agenda. And tomorrow night, that choice and the future of the United States Senate, in many respects, the future of the country, is going to come down to the state of Missouri.
So here's what we're looking at today. Proposition B also on the ballot, asking for an increase to the minimum wage in Missouri, and Amendment 1, known as Clean Missouri, asking you to change the way lobbyists and campaign donors operate. Prop D is also asking to approve an increase to the gas tax in the state, and several medical marijuana proposals as well. Polling places are open right now as we take a live look at one over in Glendale Christian over on Blackman Road there, and the polls are open until 7 p.m. Wanted to let you know that you got to check your polling place. You can go to visitgreencountymo.org/election. That'll help you figure out where to go to cast that ballot. And remember, again, polls open until 7 p.m. If you are in line at 7 p.m., you will still be able to cast a vote. So they're open up for 11 more hours. Elisa Raffin now has a check of your forecast today.
Good morning, Joe. We've got dry roads out there this morning. The sun is shining in Branson, but it's still a little bit chilly. It's 46 degrees there right now. It is 43 in Rolla, 42 in Mountain Grove, and 42 in Monette, 43 degrees in Springfield this morning. We're looking at temperatures in the upper 50s today, warmer than yesterday because of sunshine. 59 for a high, still below the average of 62. As you head out to the polls, we're looking at mostly sunny skies, so the weather will not slow you down. Upper 50s by lunchtime, a couple more clouds if you are out at those polls at closing time at 7 p.m. We're looking at mostly sunny skies as we head through the day today. A couple more clouds this evening. A cold front comes through. Some showers possible mainly to the south. I think Springfield points to the north, stay dry. Those clear out by tomorrow morning, and then we'll have sunshine tomorrow afternoon. We're looking at 2 nice days, 59 today, cooler tomorrow, 54 degrees with sunshine, and then a light rain on Thursday as temperatures drop. That could mix with a few flakes there, so we'll have to keep an eye out on that. But temperatures are going to nosedive by Friday morning, 32 degrees by Friday morning. 22 degrees by Saturday morning, our first hard freeze of the season. That means you want to take the gloves and scarves out of the closet, make sure the plants and the pets are inside. Ozarks Fox AM will be right back after this break.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Joe Morano. Polling places in Greene County are open now until 7 p.m. as we take a live look over at Glendale Christian Church on Blackman Road. This is one of dozens of places in Greene County open, and you can vote at your registered location until 7 p.m. Check your polling place and visit greencountymo.org/election. High voter turnout is expected. Now, according to the Greene County Clerk's website, if you're in line by 7 p.m., you will be able to cast a ballot. The Kansas City Star is reporting a pump meant to push water from the duck boat that sank on Table Rock Lake this past summer was removed and replaced by two less powerful pumps. The Star says it is not clear why the pump was replaced and that half of Branson duck boats had issues with the bilge pumps over the past 3.5 years. The video you're seeing shows crews taking the duck boat out of Table Rock Lake. That, of course, killed 17 people. We're still looking into more of that. We'll bring you those details as we get them. For now, though, let's check in with Elisa Raffa for your forecast.
Good morning, Joe. Mostly sunny skies as we head through the day today. Temperatures warmer than yesterday. 59 degrees because of the sunshine and a west wind at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Cold front comes through overnight tonight. We'll have mostly cloudy skies and some showers mainly to the south. 40 degrees overnight tonight. We're looking at sunshine as we head through the day on Wednesday. Temperatures cooler at 54 degrees. Still mostly sunny and bright. A light rain on Thursday. Temperatures chilly, 45 degrees there. Then we're going to drop to freezing, and we'll have more sunshine by Friday.
This is Ozarks FOX AM.
Welcome back to Hour 2 of Ozarks FOX AM. I'm Kelly Smith.
And I'm Jeremy Rabe.
And
we have yoga coming up, Kel.
We do. Are you stretched out?
Here, just do a little leg stretching for me.
Hang on. Okay.
Hold on.
Okay. I don't want you to pull something, right?
I should not have worn these really tight, skinny jeans when I'm doing yoga.
Well, you know, I wore
You were planning ahead.
I was, but I still have to wear my heels. But I suppose I can.
I don't have yoga pants, and you know, I'm trying to keep up with the styles and the trends and these tight jeans.
You're going to feel so much better after this. Listen, this whole next hour, we've got all kinds of things that are going to make us feel better, like
even the pizza. Well,
yes,
the pizza makes my
it's going to make me feel better.
Stomach
I'm hungry.
feel better.
Absolutely. And we've just got all kinds of things. In fact, Jer, let's just dive right into it. We are thrilled to have our friend Chris Miller, fondly known as Keto Chris from Mama Jean's Market, right here. Chris, thank you for joining us.
Good morning.
Good morning. You look bright and shiny this morning.
Oh, ready to go.
Okay. Well, you've got a great story. First of all, why do they call you Keto Chris?
Well, it started because I'd gotten overweight, had some life changes happen, you know, job changes and things like that. And we got back in the market to find a new job and things and didn't feel so great about myself or what I was doing and my body weight. So I went on a little study, finding a path. A YouTube recommendation came up about eat bacon to lose fat, and I thought, no way. I mean, is this a joke, right? So, and that was the door that opened for me for keto. And now I'm down 130 pounds.
You look great.
Over the last 2 years. Thank you very much. And then it's bought me so many abilities back in my life to go do things that I had lost the ability to work out again deeply. But more importantly, has led me on a journey of wellness and nutrition and to really help guide people in their choices for life. Maybe keto is your answer like it was for me, but more importantly, if we can guide people and help them with paleo or clean eating and dealing at Mama Jean's with a lot of different people, it's I'm really blessed to hear stories from everything from inflammation, sleep issues, to people coming in with maybe their spouse has cancer and they're really trying to find a natural path thing to just aid them, or maybe it's just a stomach issue that we can help touch on too at the same time.
Chris, I want to ask you, if somebody's not familiar with keto, let's just go back to the basics for 1 second, because here's a two-part question. Keto works for you.
It did.
What exactly is keto? Then how do you know, A, if it's right for you, and do you need to consult a doctor first? Because it's a totally different type of diet than what people are used to.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. And one of the things about it is always consult your physician with anything you're doing. We love to always tell people that because they may not know or understand everything on the new studies as well. But back to keto. Keto is the limiting of carbs and sugars. They figured this out from epileptic children seizures. They actually would give them this diet in the 60s and it reduced the seizures. Well, one of the side effects for that was weight loss with no hunger. Well, how amazing would that be for the dieting world? So, in a natural world of heavy carbs, and a lot of us believe a food pyramid that's upside down now, by limiting carbs and sugars, not only keys into inflammation reduction, but also it's a massive brain health diet. So it's not just for dieting, but by limiting carbs and sugars, we throw our bodies into ketosis. That keys our cells into fat burning, not sugar carb burning like we've done for the years before. And that keys in then to burning our own fat. And when we can key into that, it's really opened the door for me to really trim off those hard areas like bellies and things like that, because it's about the insulin spike, and moderating the insulin spike helps us with those hard fat reduction areas.
And you feel better. And can I just say this? First of all, sugar is one of the worst things that we can ingest. I know we have holidays coming and we want to be moderate with that. But let me just say, when Jeremy found out that how bad sugar was for you, or that it helps, it encourages inflammation, he kind of did a keto thing without realizing it.
Without even realizing it. I just went off sugar because I said, I saw these studies about sugar and links to cancer as well. So I got freaked out and I was a sugaraholic. I'm talking like 2 pieces of chocolate cake for dessert.
And lots of Starbucks sugar.
Lots of Starbucks sugar.
And you know, that's where we're all about whatever path you're on for the future. Mama Jean's, pairing with them was an amazing thing for them, because once I really started to study, learn nutrition, all these little things that affected me and all of these other people, our society now has a real yearning for the clean pathway. And it's really tough sometimes. Everybody wants in the organic game, and we have some new people in town that I don't want to knock them. There are all some stores that are doing great, but they flood with a lot of non-organic items, where Mama Jean keeps a really strict path of cleanliness, local handmade products that we love that stay clean. And I brought a bunch to share with you guys today too. Do you want to? Okay, good. So I'm going to start first. We've been talking about wellness with inflammation. A lot of people I hear top main things in supplements like eye hurt, discomfort, arthritis, gut health, all these different things tied in. So let's reduce some information with the new Garden of Life gummies. They're amazing. Compliance is one of the biggest things that people have issues with. I believe in every one of these products working as long as you take them well. So right here. You guys can try the new. Yeah, we've got their new. They taste like peach, apricot, spice, cinnamon pie.
So what is this? You can tell me one more time what this is?
Turmeric. It's an inflammation reducer, blood sugar balancer, liver detoxifier. It has a lot of amazing things for us. And then to merge right into the product next to us, we all know right now it's immunity time. We want to boost our immunity, lift it so that we can actually handle flu, cold, sickness, viral things.
How good is elderberry?
I've got it right here.
Okay.
You read my mind. So I have the new elderberry gummies. Compliance again. These are amazing.
Wait, how many of these am I supposed to eat? Because they're good.
They are so good. Oh.
But the best thing is you're not limited through the day. When you have inflammation reduction items, and same with immune boosting, these are things that are so safe. Keep them in our system all the time. I use them as a little treat after dinner. It really helps keep me going.
Get these. Why did you never tell me about these before?
We just got them in new.
Oh, that's
it's part
why.
of the new
Okay.
Garden Life
Elderberry is
line.
my favorite. This one is my favorite.
I really love it. But then when we talk about new lines of keto foods, and like we have the new, this dip is nuts. but for real, I brought some of this to try, you guys. Okay. This is a low carb. It's called the new bitchin' sauce. I hate to say that on the air. I'm so sorry. I don't know. I'm so sorry. That's but I brought some low carb crackers that are new out. There's one carb per cracker.
Oh my god!
And then we have cheese wisp and things. And you still have to watch in moderation on these. But this is 2 carbs per serving that keeps us in ketosis and things like that.
That is delicious.
I'm telling you, the flavors are off the hook. You guys, we don't have to miss out on things when we diet. We have a ton of replacements. Maybe it's the new almond. It's the almond Barney's chocolate butter. Oh my gosh, this stuff is like to die for.
Is that like peanut butter but chocolate?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
And it's low carb with cacao. And then we get into okay, so let's move real quick from that to Mama Jean's supplements. A lot of people don't realize these are the purest on our shelf. These are sourced by a company out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. They find the cleanest organics, best in the world right here. So let's say you're doing an immune boost with oregano oil. Let's say you're doing astragalus for acute immunity boosting. I've done a bunch of botanical and herb training that helps guide people through these nutritional facts and what you're looking for. And then all the way over here to the Paul Stamets. I hate to merge so far over, but Paul Stamets is something we're all really interested in. His new immunity complexes and things that are mushroom complexes are not only amazing, but he has things with deep beta-glucan polysaccharides that actually help with cancer, immunity, and other treatments, and brain health. And I actually found a maitake mushroom in the woods this weekend. Please don't mushroom hunt unless you know what you're doing. But
Chris, really
this
quick,
is really the
we're running out of time, but tell me this.
Please.
What is the best substitute keto for bread? Is there a substitute for bread?
There are a ton. One of the best things that I found is to you're not going to like this answer, but get the gut pointed in the right direction, because then we don't crave bread as badly with like bone broths and different things. But there are a lot of almond flour choices, coconut flour choices. One great thing about keto is it's not very processed foods. We do a lot ourselves. And anytime you guys want help, give all the classes there for it. You can come in and we'll teach you about recipes to do and all the different fun things that Mama Jean's has to offer.
I wanted to tell you that he does classes over at Mama Jean's. Now, how can people get in touch with you for that?
You guys follow us on Facebook. Our Mama Jean's Facebook page, if you just like the page, the main one, they're always going to give you the notifications all the time of any class to come, as well as just come in the store, talk to us. We'll help guide you on your journey and your path for what your future holds, and then guide you through replacement things and treats, immunity, all the different things that we can help show you for your path and future.
And just because you do keto doesn't mean you lose the taste
No.
or the great food options.
That's right.
Yes.
Even our deli now has keto and other good food options for whatever for whatever you're doing. You can come in and just grab stuff easy that's hard to do in this world of dieting.
Chris, you're a wealth of knowledge.
I love this.
Thank you so much for coming.
Let's go shopping there later.
Oh, I didn't even get to try the new good stuff.
All right,
Okay.
So
we'll
Mama
try that
Jean's.
afterwards.
Yeah, that's awesome.
All right, before we get to more fun in the second hour, let's take one last look at today's weather with Elisa Raffa. Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning, guys. We're starting out with some dry conditions in Branson this morning. It's 46 degrees with sunshine and calm winds out there. We've got temperatures in the 40s this morning, 43 in Springfield, 43 in Monette, and 44 up in Fort Leonard Wood. We're looking at these temperatures in the 40s as you head out the door this morning, but by the afternoon, we're looking at some upper 50s, 59 degrees for a high today, mostly sunny and warmer. As you head out to the polls, we'll have mostly sunny conditions this morning and then through the afternoon. Upper 50s by lunchtime, temperatures at 52 by dinner with a couple of more clouds out there. Here's that futurecast. We're looking at mostly sunny skies as we head through the afternoon today. Then by this evening, we increase that cloud cover a little bit. A cold front comes through. Some showers will be possible mainly to the south. Areas Springfield and north will stay dry. Then we'll have these showers clear out by tomorrow morning and then some more sunshine by tomorrow afternoon. So if you need to rake the leaves, there's a lot of leaves out there. You've got good days today, and tomorrow will be pretty quiet. Then we'll have some light rain on Thursday. Things will be more damp. After that, we're looking at temperatures nosediving. 32 degrees by Friday morning, 22 degrees by Saturday morning, our first hard freeze of the season and the end of the growing season. You want to keep an eye out on the kiddos, the pets, the plants, the pipes. All of those things will need to be taken care of with those freezing temperatures. Mostly sunny today with a temperature of 59. Don't go anywhere. Ozarks Fox will be right back after this break.
Welcome back to Ozarks Fox AM. Once again, here is CJ Newsom.
Crazy, I'm crazy for feeling so lonely. I'm crazy for feeling so blue. I knew you'd love me as long as you want to. And then someday you'd leave me for someone somebody new. Crazy for thinking that my love could hold you. I'm crazy for trying and crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving you.
Yes, that was awesome.
I love her voice, and I know that she had done a tribute to Patsy Cline, and I can totally hear that quality in her voice. And it's so rich. It's so rich. I love the timbre and the tone of her voice, and she's been there in Branson for 6 years.
Yeah.
What a great fun show she has there in Branson.
Yeah, she does, and she's changed it up. Like she said, the first few years they did more Patsy Cline, and of course Terry Wayne Sanders is in the show now, and we're going to hear more about that.
I'm curious. I forgot to ask Terry Wayne Sanders. Does he do Joan Rivers in CJ's show?
Well, we are going to find out after a while, because I'm not sure myself, honestly.
I was just thinking, he does so many characters, it must be hard to pick which character you're going to put in the shows.
And maybe he changes them in and out, you never know. But one thing is sure, when Terry Wayne Sanders is around, you're going to have a good time.
I remember every time I go to Silver Dollar City, I'm just excited, because usually we get greeted by him in a random assortment of costumes. He's just as a very busy man.
But that Undertaker scares me.
Yeah.
He does the Undertaker,
I know.
you know.
I don't like to think about that.
That always scared me.
I don't like to think about the Undertaker. I just want
It's part of life, Chair.
Why do you have to remind me, Kelly?
Well, hopefully it won't be part of life for a very long time, okay?
I know. Dear Lord, thank you. I need to say my prayers again.
There you do. Okay.
Don't go anywhere, because coming up, we're going to be chatting with CJ Newsom and our friend Terry Wayne Sanders all about their show in Branson. Don't go anywhere. Ozarks Fox AM. We'll be right back. I think she should just do Joan Rivers every day.
Welcome back to Ozarks Fox AM. We love having our friends on from Branson, Terry Wayne Sanders and CJ Newsom. Oh, your music was gorgeous.
Love it.
Thank you. Oh,
She's
my
so
gosh.
talented.
Well, I'm living the dream, honestly, in Branson. I mean, Patsy Cline's always been my favorite, and I always think of her as a category of her own. She's sort of like the female version of Elvis.
Yes, I agree.
You know, and I fell in love with her music, so we did a Patsy Cline tribute to start off, you know, and like I said, we've broadened it out to include some yodeling and some other things
Which
as
was
well.
awesome, too.
Which maybe after the show, maybe you and I can have a little yodeling thing. We'll tape it for Facebook, maybe.
Oh, that'd be great.
That'd be fun.
That'd be great.
Now, CJ, because I know the four of us together, we can start talking, and it can end up in a totally different area.
Yes.
Before
So
we get random, let's focus on your show first at the Americana.
Sure.
Tell us all about it and what's going on right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, our schedule is Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursday nights at 7:30, and then the lovely and talented Mr. Sanders here.
Really, I've never heard him so quiet. He's been so quiet today, just giving the
Ladies
spotlight to
first.
you.
But the time's up. Yeah, that's right. 7:30 at the Americana Theater, and we're doing a Christmas show, which has been great. And we learned something. Well, you know about Branson. When we first went to Christmas in Branson, oh my, we did all Christmas songs. Then everybody who came to all those shows go, we've heard all these songs. Can't you do something else? So now we do like a mixture, half and half. So the first part of our show was our regular show. Second half is Christmas.
Yeah.
And everybody's at peace. Like, oh, this is great, a good
Yes.
combination. So 2 shows for the price of 1.
That is a great idea because some people don't want to hear a whole Christmas show this time of year, but you guys do both. Terry, what do you do in the show?
I am the comic relief, and it's just been great fun because also they infuse me in some of the things that they're doing too, so that's a lot of fun. Like for the Christmas segment, Mr. Michael Jason Frost does the Hawaiian song.
Yep,
And so I knew it, see? And so I come out, So I come out in the little hula thing and I'll then give everybody the little Hawaiian lay and all that stuff. So yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Do you do Joan Rivers in the show?
Oh, I do.
Okay, that's why I'm there, just for the Joan. Joan of the Ozarks.
And she talks about, Christmas. When she was alive, her last Christmas, she had the 25-foot tall tree, and she had like the little manger, everything like that. Of course, she had to dress up Mary, okay? If you're the mother of God, dress like it.
That's right. That's right.
My favorite quote of all time.
I love it. Oh, yeah,
exactly right. Now, your other characters, do you use those? Does
Oh,
Barney
yes.
Fife show up?
Oh, yeah. We've got Homer Lee, Barney Fife, we've got Joan, we've got Grandma, we've got the Hawaiian thing.
That new character.
Oh, yes, and Beatrice Hive, also known as Bee. She's like the church lady.
Oh.
Oh, yes. You've got to come down and see that.
Oh, gotcha.
So, yeah.
CJ, also, you have a very special New Year's Eve show coming up also.
Yes, we're so excited about this. So this features a lot of the shows that we have in our theater, as well as some other shows that are coming into our theater as well. So it's a big variety, and we're going to have it catered in by a fantastic barbecue place in town, Big D's Barbecue.
They were on yesterday.
They were.
Oh, that's right.
They were on our show.
Terry posted all about that.
Oh,
absolutely.
You bet I did. That's why I love Facebook. But yeah, we're going to have about 5 different shows. We're going to have this great meal with Dana there. And it's very exciting because it's not just us. It's this big variety, nonstop. And it's from like 9 o'clock till a little bit after midnight.
That's right. And then we toast in the New Year.
New Year.
How does it work? Do they eat first and then the show?
You grab the food, we have a good time, and it's just that personal time just to be together and okay, let's talk about this. Let's go in there and have this cavalcade. You're welcoming in the new year, and it's just a lot of fun.
That is okay. CJ, one more time so we can start chatting about random stuff.
Okay.
Show times and one more time how they can get tickets.
It's Americana Theater. You call our box office 417-544-8700, and our schedules are Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays at 7:30 with a pre-show at 7:15. So make sure to come a little early as well.
Now I'm putting you on the spot, CJ.
Okay.
Yes.
Favorite Patsy Cline song?
Crazy.
She sang it.
Yeah, and I've got a great story to tell you too about that. If are we going into the random
Go
section
random.
now?
Yes.
Okay. We got about 45 minutes.
45 seconds.
Okay, go.
Okay, go.
Well, the lovely and talented Miss Brenda Lee came to Branson a couple years back, and I got to sing for Brenda Lee. I was at her concert, and she did something that I've never seen another entertainer do. She said, you know what, I need some good singers up here on stage with me. She invited audience members out of the stage to come up. There's about 20 of us. I'm in the nosebleed section. I make a beeline for the stage. And she goes through, she says, I want you to say your name and where you're from and everything. And she said, you know what? What's your favorite Patsy Cline song? I said, Crazy. She said, what key do you do it in? B flat. And she said,
Hold that story. We're going to leave it on the cliffhanger, CJ. Cliffhanger.
We have a hard break right now.
Okay, all right.
Don't go anywhere because CJ will finish the story at some point.
Yeah, it's great.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Sorry, we had a hard.
Yes.
Yes. So the pitch, I'm going to do the pitch with the pizza, and then I'm going to toss to you for the interview, and you finish that story. You set up the like what she was saying before.
Okay. Jake.
We're going to do it right here on the carpet.
Let me ask him. Jake? Okay, I'm so sorry. This was a mix-up. I usually try to follow up, and this one slipped by me. I'm writing her right now to tell her that we'll have to reschedule for next week, obviously. But as I wanted to ask you, because we've got 4:30, and we can cover this in 4:30 on this next one. But we have mentioned the yoga thing. Why don't we? Is it stupid for us to just do a silly little yoga something with the four of us?
Yeah, it's so long. Sometimes interferes.
Okay, will that work? Okay, thank you.
Welcome back to Ozarks Fox AM. I'm joined now by Brian Bevel, who owns The Pitch Pizza and Pub, which is a pub mouthful. The Pitch. First of all, before we get to the pizza, why The Pitch Pizza and Pub?
I had a long rugby career, so it's based off of my travels around the world and around the United States, eating and playing rugby.
So rugby has a big part of your restaurant.
It's the community that helps form our kind of the culture of the pitch.
Is there, Brian, is there a community in America for rugby?
Yeah, actually.
I don't even know if I even knew what that is, actually.
We actually have 4 teams here in Springfield.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, we own our own facility out on the west side of town, and we've been here in Springfield since 1983.
Okay, I'm putting you on the spot, Brian. If Kelly and I came out, could you teach us rugby and we can film a segment on rugby?
Oh, absolutely.
Would you be willing to do that? Because I've seen it, I'll be honest with you, I've only seen rugby on an episode of Friends, and it looks confusing to me.
It is, but we have a ladies team, a high school team, a boys high school team, and a men's senior club.
Okay, consider that done.
Yeah,
we're going to come
anytime.
shoot with you because that sounds exciting. I want to learn rugby.
That'd be great.
But back to the Pitch Pizza. Tell us about your menu. It's so much more than just pizza, and you brought in some really unique looking pizzas today.
Yeah, we do a dough that we bring the flour in from Italy to make our own dough. We try to source a lot of local things that we can and partner with local farms and producers for some of our vegetables and some of our ingredients for some of our cheeses. We do our own handmade raviolis. We do crab cakes. We do hamburgers. We do a lot of different things.
A pizza place with crab cakes?
Absolutely.
That sounds amazing. Yeah. Now, I'm looking at some of these. Can I just point out a few of these pizzas? Sure. Tell me some of the ingredients, because when I'm looking at this one, let's get a shot of this one. What I'm noticing is something that looks purple to me.
It's purple cauliflower.
Purple. I thought it was a flower or something. It's purple cauliflower. Now, why the purple cauliflower?
It's just we've been working with the cauliflower this year with a couple charity organizations, and we found that the customers really like the flavor of it. That is actually a pie basically like a sweet potato pie. So it's a sweet potato compote underneath that, and breakfast bacon, Gouda cheese, some caramelized onions, and of course the purple cauliflower.
Do you come up with these flavor combinations? Who does that? That's amazing.
Several of us work on them together. You know, some are hit, some are miss. You know, because we're not going to hit everybody's taste palette with every single pizza, but we try to have about 16, 18 different pizzas. Plus, you can always build your own.
Oh, you can build your own too?
Oh, absolutely.
See, I kind of like that because I like a little bit of everything. But I like the idea that this is great for the fall because it's the sweet potato pie.
Absolutely.
That's great for fall. And then this one, I'm going to this one because my favorite pizza ever has pineapple on it. I don't care what you call it. It's just called, with pineapple, I love it.
This one is the Screaming Chicken. So it's a Thai sauce underneath with chicken, pineapple, fresh cilantro, and sriracha.
Oh my gosh, I'm probably going to take this one home just for myself because that looks amazing. Now, I'm going to move over to this area because I'm guessing, is that goat cheese or feta?
It's feta.
Feta. Tell us about this one.
That's the hot Greek. So it's got jalapenos, spicy sausage, Kalamata olives, and a pesto base. And then we make the pesto ourselves in-house, of course.
How long does it take to make all these pizzas?
This morning, about an hour.
About an hour this morning. And I see another one with the cauliflower over here. Let's look at this one.
So basically, that's just our take on comfort food. So it's like a mushroom Swiss burger. So it's hamburger, Alfredo sauce, Gouda, a little bit of 4-cheese blend that we make, mushrooms, and caramelized onions.
Mushroom burgers with... That cheese is one of my favorite burgers. So that sounds amazing. What is the best type of cheese to use for pizza? Like, what's your favorite? I hear a lot of Gouda.
Yeah, we like a smoked Gouda, but we have our own blend that we have made for us, and it's got 4 different types of cheese in it, and we found that melts the best and works good with all the different flavors. Because we use pesto. You know, you notice none of these have marinara on them. So
I know. I was just going to say I don't see any.
We do have a marinara pizza I brought, but you know, we do Alfredo, we do pesto, we do a habanero sauce, we do this sweet Thai chili sauce, you know, and we mix those up to give people what they want.
So how many pizzas are officially on? I know you can create your own, but how many pizza types are on the menu about?
We have a new menu actually coming out this week. That's why I brought some of these featured pizzas.
Perfect.
We actually have 18 pizzas on the new menu.
18 pizzas, and you can create your own.
Absolutely.
What is the most popular in the Ozarks? Is there a go-to pizza at your place?
At our place, it's called the Pitch.
Oh, so, the Pitch.
Yeah,
there you go.
So it's pesto, buff mozzarella, salami, pepperoni, and red onions.
Ooh, that sounds good.
And it's the #1 pizza we have.
Yes, and I also love, I was looking at your menu this morning, you have a variety of salads also.
Oh, a bunch. We feature a bunch of fresh local greens that we work with some of the local farms, you know, while they're in season. Hence, we went to the purple cauliflower going into that time of year where we can't get some of the stuff that we want, so we changed the menu up.
I love that. And you're listening to the community. If somebody came in and said, hey, I want this custom creation, if it's successful, do you think, hey, that's kind of a good idea, we could add that to the menu?
Absolutely, absolutely. We have a lot of regulars that come in, and of course, everyone's got their own opinion, and everyone wants to give it to you when you're standing behind the bar or coming out of the kitchen, and we listen to those folks. They come back, and they're our patrons, and so we want to give them what they're asking for.
Absolutely. And now when you're in the restaurant eating, you could pick it up to go, or you could stay and eat.
Absolutely.
Is there rugby on the television?
Sometimes, yeah. Depends on what's on and what the people want to see. If I put a rugby match on, I pretty well am stuck explaining the rugby match wherever I'm at.
You can't get any work done.
No, I have to stay and interpret the rugby match for them.
Right. Now, where are you located in case somebody wanted to come and reach you?
2924 East Sunshine, so we're in the Southern Hills Shopping Center.
And what hours are you open?
We open at 11 every day, and we stop cooking at 10 o'clock at night, and the pub is open till last call.
Now, do you mind if I just do a little taste test here really fast? Because when all this pizza is in front of me, I really want to try the sweet potato compote underneath, because I've never even thought about putting sweet potatoes on a pizza. Okay, let me taste this. You can taste the sweet potato. I didn't think you. I thought you were. And now I'm coughing on TV. There we go. Sorry, went down the wrong pipe. This is so good. It's that combination of the kind of the sweet and salty, and I was trying to get some of that purple cauliflower. Oh my gosh, and the cheese. How long has this one been on the menu?
It comes on today.
Today?
Yeah.
So we're getting the sneak peek at this. And what is this one called one more time?
That right there is sweet potato pie.
Sweet potato pie, but it's a pizza. It's a pizza pie. That is really unique. Who came up? Did you come up with that one?
It was a combination of myself and my general manager.
Okay, I'm going to try now the pineapple, of course, because that is my favorite. And you said this has, tell me again, this on the pineapple?
It's got a sweet Thai sauce as the base. And, you know, we mix the pineapples fresh. We prepare it ourselves. And the chicken is, of course, a whole chicken breast. We don't use any processed meats if we can.
That is, now not just because I love pineapple, but so far, that is my favorite. However, I think I need to try this one with the feta, correct? Feta and pesto?
Yep.
Tell me one more time, list all the ingredients on this, because look how gorgeous that is.
Yeah, so it's got jalapenos, it's got artichoke hearts, Kalamata olives, spicy sausage, and our basil underneath for the pesto.
Okay, I like that one a lot too. Why is it that I think I have a favorite and then I switch? Okay, and now one more, because this, you know, I love mushroom and Swiss burger. And this has Gouda. Tell me again, caramelized onions.
Caramelized onions, mushrooms, hamburger on it, and our Alfredo sauce.
The Alfredo is insane.
It's creamy. Yeah, it's really creamy.
Do you make that homemade there?
Yeah, absolutely.
How do you have time to run a business making all these fresh ingredients?
We have a good team. We have a very good team.
Oh my gosh, this is amazing pizza. Again, one more time, if somebody wants to reach you, come to the place, get it to go. Do you deliver?
We don't deliver. We do have services, Uber Eats, Grubhub, you know, those kind of services. But and we have lots of carryout. So we're very popular for carryout.
You got to go see the Pitch Pizza and Pub. This is amazing. I thought I had a favorite. It turns out they're all my favorite. This is really good. Brian, thank you so much for coming in. Appreciate it so much. Don't go anywhere. Ozarks Fox AM. We'll be right back. I'm going to keep eating pizza. This is so good. Oh. Wow.
Oh, we don't have time for any yoga. What?
It's such a great idea.
Yes, okay.
So what technical block are we in right now?
Yeah.
K block? Yes. Okay, yeah, so we wouldn't then, because we're going to chat with them, and then we'll do the... Welcome back.
Welcome back, everybody. We were hearing a really great story from you, CJ, about how you got into doing Patsy Cline. Let's recap that a little bit.
Sure. You know, a lot of entertainers come through Branson, and Miss Brenda Lee came through Branson, and I was so excited to go see her concert. Still a great performer, cute as ever. Now, she did something interesting I've never seen another entertainer do. She said, you know what, I need some good singers up here on stage with me from out of the audience. So about 20 of us came up onto the stage, and she said, I want you to go through, I want you to say your name and where you're from. And so I said, hey, you know, I'm CJ Newsom. I do a Patsy Cline show here in town. And, of course, I knew that would get her attention. Right. Because Brenda Lee and Patsy were really almost like sisters.
Really?
Yeah, they were very close at the time. It was a very difficult time. Women were struggling in the music business. They were not getting paid. Lots of things. And so Patsy was the enforcer, you know.
Awesome.
They called her the Cline. You know, I mean,
she was a personality.
Yes, she was.
To be reckoned with.
Good for her, too.
Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, Brenda, she said, okay, what's your favorite Patsy Cline song? I said, well, Crazy. And she said, well, what key do you do it in? I said, B flat. And she says, all right, fellas, play her a little.
I'm in goosebumps already, CJ.
You know how nice that is for another entertainer to really just bring you in and feature you that way. That's beautiful.
So what happened next?
I sang Crazy. And, I mean, there was probably about 1,200 people there that night. It was a great crowd. After the show, I got to talk with Brenda Lee a lot and got her phone number and just really a neat person. I mean, what a blessing, you know, to
I love that story.
Oh, that's so
awesome.
cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
A dream come true, really, for me.
Absolutely. And so you got to doing your own show, and you brought this crazy man along.
Yes. He's had a lot of neat experiences, too, with entertainers. I mean,
well, you know, you're a big fan of Joan, and of course, all sorts of Joan stories. Of course, all the jewelry that I wear in the show is from QVC that she would sell. And so this is all
That's so
true.
cool.
It really
I love
is.
that.
That's an inside story I didn't know.
Oh, yeah. And so then I'm really proud because I want to make Joan proud because she would always wear her own stuff. And so QVC keeps track of everything. They sent me this little offer saying, look, we're going to invite about 15 people to go and spend the day with Joan Rivers. And I'm like, oh, yes. And so I flew, this is 2009, I flew to Minneapolis and spent from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. with Joan Rivers. And we had all this agenda to do. We had a fashion show. She had, of course, there was a QVC kiosk there. And she had all these new things coming out, so we got to be there with that. A little light luncheon, and then we had this lovely dinner. And so this is where we just had to have this one-on-one time, and it was just amazing. And it was so
she
much fun.
always on? You know how entertainers, they say they're on, and then like when I go home, I relax and I'm off. Was she always on with you?
With us, she was. Now, she also had some downtime, so she's like, I'll be right back. But I mean, at 7, she was doing the junket. She had just flown in, and I mean, just flown in, went right to the TV station to do this junket, saying, I'm here with QVC at the Mall of America. Join me, or else, you know, because it was Joan. But I mean, and she always looked incredible. I mean, and all this, and normally by then we're all going to be like, she was Miss Energy, just like little,
Just like you.
Yeah, like me.
Like you.
That's weird. I've got energy. Yes. All right. So
got enough energy for all of us.
And this one too.
I try. It's coffee. It's all coffee.
Really?
It's
I
just
limit myself
coffee.
to 2 cups.
And
2 cups a day, period.
And that's it.
So yeah, that's all I do.
I
Otherwise,
didn't
it's
know
terrible.
that story,
But
Terry.
yeah, oh, and it was great. And matter of fact, there was a crew walking around with her, filming her. And I finally said, okay, well, what's going on? Is this something? And they said, we're making a documentary about Joan Rivers. I said, really? And so at the very end, when we had this meeting or this get-together at dinner, and they interviewed me. They said, why are you here? And why a man wanting to be with Joan Rivers? I said, well, I've loved her humor. She's helped out my family. I said, she's a personal friend. How did this happen? Well, my brother worked for ABC. So there's a tie in there, but I said, I wrote all the stars, but Joan was my favorite. And so sure enough, it comes time, and they said, and another reason is I hold up this picture of me as her. I said, I'm also an impersonator like So if you watch the documentary, Joan Rivers, A Piece of Work, at the last 15-minute mark, right there I am in Minneapolis, and we talk about, you know, here's this picture.
Terry Wayne, I think I've seen that. I need to go back and look for you now because I remember watching it after she died.
Yes. Oh, yes.
And I was a huge fan of her Fashion Police.
Oh, my
because I
goodness,
just thought she had the best one-liners. Like she must have just sat there all day with creators and writers coming up with those. And I've seen her CBS This Morning where she has filing cabinets full of all of her jokes that
Every
she
single
saved.
one. Yes.
I just thought she was brilliant and died way too soon. She didn't have to go when she did, unfortunately. unfortunately.
That was shocking.
So
It was, and she was at the peak of her career at 81 years of age, never busier than at that point. And I was always watching TV or checking out on online, where's she going to be at today? What's she going to say? Because she was working it and she loved it. And we talked about that when I was with her in Minneapolis. She said, Terry, I don't have to work, I want to.
Oh,
some people just give up, they sit there, She said, I want to go till I drop.
And she did.
Wow.
And she did.
And she
Well,
did.
but let me just say, it was in surgery, right? So,
Surgery. Oh, yes.
so she didn't drop. She went, I've had enough surgery. No, you just peace out. It's like,
And
you
your
don't care
doctor
what
did a good
happens.
job, Kel.
Oh, I'm just kidding. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I'm just kidding.
No, it's good.
Hey, CJ, our producer is telling me in my ear, maybe, would you mind if I yodeled for you just real fast?
Oh, my.
I would love it.
Oh, we
Now,
love that. You're up to that?
Are you going to be? I'm going to try. I'm not warmed up. This is just a little end of a song. My grandmother, when we were babies, used to sing a song called "I'm in Love with a Handsome Cowboy."
Okay.
And so I was her little cowboy, and she'd rock us to sleep. And at the end of the song, it would say, "And this cowboy loves me, I know. Yodel-o, 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 yodel-o."
Oh, that's wonderful. I love it. All you're missing
Grandma
is
would sing that to me to rock me to sleep. Now, I know you're a pro, so if you want to go American Idol style and rate me, I'll just sit here and cry.
Okay, Simon Cowell, what do you think?
No,
It's good?
I believe you've got it.
Oh!
You've got
And
it.
it gets easier the more you practice.
Actually, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, I don't do it that often, but it's just remembering her singing to us and remembering those songs. It wasn't like I try to sing Handsome Cowboy that's so fast. I don't know how you do it.
Yeah, and keeping those things alive too, because this is part of our history. You know,
is.
when people hear yodeling, I think it just brings them back. You know,
It just makes me smile. You can't hear yodeling and not smile.
Yeah.
You just can't, right?
Well, unless you're watching Ricola.
Okay, Terry Wayne, you got a little yodeling
Can
in
you
you?
Wow. Range.
Wow.
That's amazing.
CJ, I don't know if you're utilizing him enough in the show.
You
He's
know
a
what?
vocalist.
Maybe I need
Hey,
to
now
add
that
that.
was an audition for you right there, CJ.
right.
That's true. That's true. You know, when I was younger, we moved schools, and the first thing that people asked me to do when they found out I could yodel was yodel. So I've been yodeling ever since I've been a pup.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so it was a little interesting singing in front of your classmates and yodeling. I mean, I got so tired of it for like 3 months. I was yodeling in front of all my classmates, and yeah, so I got quite a reputation
I
back.
love
Great.
it
Well,
so
you
much.
sounded great. We love having you guys on here.
We love being here.
Thanks for sticking around, and please, will you come back? And
Of course,
Oh,
tomorrow.
and do we have
and,
time to talk
Thursday.
about the New Year's Eve show?
Oh, one more time, yeah, briefly.
yes.
Tell us about it
Yeah,
one more
sure.
time.
So we've got a New Year's Eve show. If y'all are in Branson, we'd love to have you ring in the New Year with us because we have an amazing caterer.
Yes.
Big D's Barbecue. You saw them
Yes.
yesterday.
Thank you, Dana.
And we're going to have a great sampling of all the shows in our
About
theater.
5 different shows are going to be represented in our
Yeah.
New Year's Eve show. We'll get there at 8, start eating that great food, 9 o'clock to about midnight. Boom, we are going to have the best time
Toast
ever.
in the year with a little champagne. And,
Yes.
And what's the website one more time to get tickets?
It is CJ Newsom's ClassicCountryAndComedy.com.
ClassicCountryAndComedy.com.
That's
All right.
right.
That's great.
Awesome.
Sounds
Thank
like a
you
fun
guys so
night.
much.
Thank
It's
you.
going to be so
Bet.
fun. Okay, don't go anywhere because we're going to be back to wrap things up right after this. Don't go away. I love that. Thanks for not judging my yodeling too bad.
Thank you, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, that's cool.
I love it.
Thanks.
Yes. It's very snazzy.
I know.
Welcome back, everybody. I want to mention this beautiful arrangement from The Thicket. If you have not gone to our Facebook page, you'll want to do that, Ozarks Fox AM, and like, comment, and share for a chance to win this on Friday.
We'll pick the winner live. We posted this yesterday, so you might have to scroll down through a couple of segments. We also posted Allie Hutzel and her daughter Gracie singing on our Facebook.
We love that.
And progress, we've been trying to get all the clips we can to post on social media so you can see all aspects of our show. But this is gorgeous. People are going crazy over it on social.
They totally are. And so then you'll want to pick that up at The Thicket.
And by the way, you can follow all of us on our social media. There's all of me, all of Kelly, and of course, Ozarks Fox AM right there. Be sure to like us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and keep up to date with everything that's going on. And we'd also love to hear from you and maybe places to go explore in the Ozarks.
Yeah, we always like your ideas, so be sure and let us know anything that comes to mind for you. All right, we want to thank all of our guests today, CJ Newsom and Terry Wayne Sanders, Casper's Diner. Chris the Keto Guy, what a wealth of knowledge he was. The Pitch Pizza, which our friends are over there enjoying, and Pitch Pizza and Pub, and I cannot wait to get to. And for all of you guys for watching today.
Thanks so much for watching, because everybody literally is over eating the Pitch Pizza and Pub.
How was the pumpkin?
The pumpkin was super duper good. I would never have guessed of putting like a sweet potato on a pizza, and that would work. But the flavors are really great together because it's that sweet and savory.
So does it have the red sauce?
No, no red sauce. Okay. None of them had red sauce that he brought.
Oh, none of them?
None of them had the marinara. These are all, you can get that, he said.
Right.
However, the ones he brought in were kind of like the specialty ones that are unique. And I told him, I like unique pizza. I don't want that marinara sauce.
How many boxes did he bring? Because there's a lot of folks
There's
over
like
there eating
7
pizza.
pizzas over there.
You think I'm going to get some?
I hope so.
I sure
They're
hope
chowing down right now.
Yeah, because I'm really hungry.
We're always hungry after this show.
Absolutely. A lot of times we get some really good food on here, too, and we always appreciate that, so that's good.
And speaking of Ozarks Fox, don't forget to tune in to the new Ozarks Fox News at 6:30 and 9 with John Adams and Jennifer Abreu, and be sure to like them on social media. They are killing it in our news division here on the new Ozarks Fox, and we're so glad to be part of the Ozarks Fox team
we really
as well.
are. We're very excited, and we want to give you a little sneak peek. Coming up tomorrow, Alamo Draft House will be here with more trivia. That's always so much fun.
I'm telling you, Kelly, I look forward to Wednesdays now just for the trivia.
I may bail out on the trivia. I'm not so good at the trivia. But anyway, we've also got the Voices of Glory that will be performing. And
my good friend from Sassy's Goodies, she makes homemade dog treats.
Hey,
what?
We can actually eat those.
I will eat hers
They'll be
tomorrow.
better than the milk
Better than the milk bones. I promise you
Those
that.
were
She'll be here with the dog treats because you know I love the dogs. Maybe I'll bring my dog. I don't know.
She knows my dog Blue. She's bringing me some for him, too.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so I can't wait to give
by the way, too, tomorrow, Kaylee Custer is going to be live at Sparta High School.
Oh, good.
New marching band stuff going on. I cannot wait for her to get out there, and I want to see these high schoolers doing. I was never good enough to be in band, so I'm admiring them.
I was last chair. Anyway.
You were last chair? What instrument?
I'm proud of it. Flute.
I was clarinet.
Thanks for tuning in.
To Ozarks Fox AM, we want you to all to have an amazing day.
We have so much fun. So join us tomorrow. So see you all tomorrow morning, bright and early, right here on Ozarks Fox AM.
Get some rest, because we'll be here.